know who he is. I'm super excited to introduce you to Preston. So Preston, tell us about you for a sec, what you do, and then also how long you've been coming to the church.
Hi there, my name is Preston Dwoskin. I live in Marysville, Washington, and I've been attending Venture Church online for the past 5 weeks.
So 5 weeks, online only, 5 weeks. So
yes.
How do you hear about our church?
I heard about your church through one of my family friends. Her name is Kim Larson, who's been attending Venture Church forever with her kids. And she told me, if you need a church to attend, come to Venture Church.
That's awesome. So you just started watching us online. What happened on that Sunday? And just walk us through that real quick.
So what happened, it was 2 weeks before Easter. Your head pastor, Brandon, was teaching a message on Hosanna. And there was a piece in there that he was talking about when they made a trip to Israel. And he said he went to the wall with the notes that people have written and said, I'm going to take these notes to the wall and have Jesus prayed over them. Well, I found a hole in my heart, and I stepped away from Christ for the last 5 years, and I wanted to drive closer to God. So I began to pray, Father, I want to be closer to you so I can have something special with that wall. And he became in, and he changed my life through that message.
That is amazing, Preston. I hope that the audience really caught that he accepted God where he was, watching a service online. I think that there's a lot of people out there that doubt the power of what an online service can do, or the fact of, oh, I can skip it or not watch it, or even stop inviting people to watch. I know I get a lot of flack for always sharing the service and stuff. And for me, I'm like, yeah, but you just never know who's going to watch it and listen to it that time and accept God into their heart. That's incredible, Preston. And we're excited that you are part of Venture. I want to steer away for a sec and talk about your job. So you have a very unique job that I think is really, really cool. It's part of the reason why I want to do this interview. Tell me about your job.
So for the last year, I've been doing something very special in our schools to our kids. I've been talking about anti-bullying, because anti-bullying happened to me when I was growing up.
Bullying, intimidation, and harassment is a reality in schools, and we want to face it head on. And there's no better way than having a former student who's gone through it speak about it and present to all 17 of our schools. This is Preston.
Hello there, my name is Preston Dwoskin, and I'm here today to talk to kids about who's their superhero. And telling kids that they don't need to face bullying in life, because I was bullied, and about someone who changed my life in 3rd grade by the name of Dane Witness, who told me, you're being bullied, I'm going to stop you, I want to be your friend. He's not only my friend, he's my best friend today, and just recently, he became my brother for life because he saved me from bullying.
That's really, really cool. And so now you get to go around to schools and you get to share that same message. I'm just wanting people to understand. So you were bullied earlier in life, and if I'm not correct, and correct me if I'm mistaken, but for a disability that you have, right?
Yes.
So that is why you were bullied. And now,
yes,
yeah, go ahead.
I'm hearing impaired, so they wanted to bully me because I was wearing hearing aids and I look different from other people. That's why I was being bullied.
Yeah. And so kids can be mean, and I mean, adults can even be mean. So I think that your story of going in and talking to kids and turning something that could potentially be negative in your life for the rest of your life, you're turning it into something positive, which, I mean, that's an awesome story in itself, because I know right now a lot of people are dwelling on the negative, and I'm wondering how many people are going to come out of this better than when they went in. And your story of just saying, hey, you know what, I'm gonna go into schools and I want to talk to kids. I want to let them know they don't have to treat other kids that way. And you know, your story of just telling people to stay positive and to turn something negative into positive is also really good. And so how many schools did you see last year, just out of curiosity?
I did all 17 schools in the Marysville School District. Every elementary, every middle school, and every high school got to hear me in some form, either in an assembly or individual classrooms or in group session.
That you must have been really busy then.
I was very, very, very busy, but the superintendent made it a point from our district. We want to hear Preston's message. Whatever way we can get your message out, we will get your message out.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we can do the same with Venture, and that you continue to inspire and encourage people. Well, I know that you are missing the kids that you get to speak to. I'm sure that they miss you. And so it's kind of a bummer way to end the school year. So if, the kids were watching right now, we always like to leave a piece of hope. What is a piece of hope that you would leave for these kids today?
For every student watching, I would leave a hope that we will be together someday. But believe that God will bring you back together. If you believe and you're a Christian, look to God, because He's the one that will tell you when we can come together. I found that hope. You can find that hope. Don't let anybody tell you hope is nowhere. Hope can be found everywhere.
Yeah, really good. Thank you for sharing today. Preston, you have a podcast that people can go to if they want to see you, right? And so what is that podcast?
It's called Preston's Podcast on Facebook Live. It will be 2 days a week, and I will be sharing inspirational stories about my life. It will be about someone who's been bullied, who's not afraid to share their stories. I invite you to come listen to my podcast.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Preston. As always, to our listeners, I hope that this encourages you. I hope it inspires you. And I also hope that you have a great evening. We'll talk to you later. Thanks, Preston.